Dots on Hearn slash Boots calling out Ortiz, and he got a fight lined up. Similar tactic to when he called you guys out when you had the
Don't make
when you
right.
guys were
Don't
lined
make
up.
yeah. And then he did another one when he was like Eric Gomez said, "Let us get this fight out the way." Oh, y'all ain't got no problem with that, but you got a problem with Brian. It's a bunch of games, man. I keep telling y'all. Like at this point, I can give you direct correlation. We ain't talking about that's different, this different. No, direct correlation to where these people, this person did the identical thing that we did, and you got the other motherfucker that swear up and down that ain't what happened. Identical, direct correlation. I don't think Virgil fight is the Virgil fight with Lubin. I don't think that's already won. I think Lubin is a good fighter. He's still, he's been through some wars. Been through some wars or whatever. He definitely a name at 154 or whatever. So I don't think that Virgil fight is just like a walkthrough. So the Virgil definitely can't overlook Lubin. You know what I'm saying? Although I do believe that Virgil has a more tailor-made fight for Boots, but I think it's still a good test, and that's the fight that we all want to see. That's a fight that we all want to see because that's just a fight that's been talked about. You know how people are. You know what I'm saying? They want to see some type of resistance. It's like we don't want to see a Lima when you already know what's going to happen before that happens. We don't want to see a Stanionis when you already know what's going to happen when it's going to happen. Now, when I say what I say about the pressure, Stanionis was the best one because that was the one that hadn't been seen, hadn't been tested against anybody. You feel what I'm saying? But for the most, who didn't give Stanionis credit for nothing, but just gave him credit for what he was doing, they feel like they already knew what was going to happen. I personally didn't. I was like, okay, we're going to see will that pressure hold up, will that jab hold up. He didn't give the jab, and the pressure was lackluster, and that was to the credit of Boots, moving around and not standing in front of him and stepping around him and hitting him with the body shots. Again, I don't mind giving props what props to do. You feel what I'm saying? So that was to Boots' credit how he did Stanionis. You feel what I'm saying? And he had Stanionis scared the jab, so that was to boost credit. I don't mind giving credit. You feel what I'm saying? People wrong about me. I tell the truth across the board. I tell the truth about David Haney. I tell the truth about Jaron Ennis. I tell the truth about Brian Norman. I tell the truth about everything. I ain't got a lot of y'all.
Tell me, obviously, this was supposed to be a tune-up, and like you said, like your other homie said, it was more like an oil change. And do you feel like that will kind of hurt Boots if he does take that step up for the IBF title, due to the fact that they said I want to get acclimated. This is not really getting acclimated to the weight
Yeah,
class. So,
yeah,
what do you think about that? Like, do you think it's gonna
yeah,
hurt
yeah,
him in the
yeah.
long
No,
run?
he needed a tougher fight. He needed a tougher fight to get acclimated. He definitely needs to.
He needed
Yeah,
rounds. He needed
that was
rounds.
a homecoming showcase fight. That's what I told you it was. I told you what that was. I told y'all what that was when the fight was when the I told y'all what that was before Lima was found. I say he needs a certain type of fighter to make him look great. Go find any interview. You'll hear me say, I can't make it. I can't make it true. You feel what I'm saying? That was let me see. Who would have been a good fight? Maybe
Yeah,
even a fighter like a Mendoza that beat what's his name? You know what I'm saying? Somebody like a Mendoza. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's actually a 154 pounder that's been around that you know what I mean that knows what
if
they're doing.
Thurman don't get the Fundora fight.
Yeah, Thurman. Yeah, I said Mendoza, but yeah, Thurman. Even Thurman, like
They
you gotta
said
remember,
when they mentioned Thurman, they said that Thurman don't want that fight. But
Thurman
Thurman told me that he
He
wanted
called
that
for the
fight.
fight. He called for the fight. So how you gonna say Thurman don't want? That's what they said about Brian Norman Jr. You can't see that's That's how they diminish people. They tell the people what they don't want, and then the believers are just gonna go. They don't want that fight. What he said out his mouth he want to fight. So you gonna
What
say you
about
don't
a
want to?
my bad, my bad. What about a Brandon Adams? Would that be
That would be that's a tune-up fight.
that's a tune-up fight?
Brandon Brandon Adams. I think Brandon Adams is a little better than a tune-up fight, but I don't think Brandon Adams can stand a chance against Boots. But he's a tough fighter. He's a
He'll go
good
rounds,
fighter. Oh, all 12. All 12.
all 12.
All 12. Yeah. I mean, bro, That's a good one, but I think he will. I think he'll find a way to make it. I think he'll find a way to make it. I mean, he very muscular. I was very muscular, and having muscles make you a lot tired. Like I was feeling for Brandon Adams when he was
Fatigue.
in that fight. Yeah, and look, I remember when he was in there fighting, and the big ass muscles got heavy. Shit, I remember them days. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. He might get Brandon Adams late, but I like Brandon Adams. I like Brandon Adams. I think he's a very doable fighter. I like him. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So yes, Brandon Adams was a perfect. That's a perfect so-called tune-up, and I don't want to disrespect him and call him a tune-up fighter, especially after doing what he just did. But I'm not disrespecting you, Brandon Adams, or whatever else. But I mean, I think you're a good fighter, whatever else. But I don't think he can beat Boots. You know what I'm saying? Boots do a little bit too much, but Brandon is heavier, he's strong, he's solid, he's durable. So like it just stands to be seen. I just don't think he can do enough. I don't think Boots will knock him out. I just don't think that if he did it'd be through sheer exhaustion. But I just don't, like I said, through muscle fatigue and shit like that. 'Cause when you that big and you that muscular, there's nothing you can do about it. The muscles get tired. That's why you don't see a whole lot of muscular fighters. You know, big with big muscles. That's why you don't see a whole lot of big muscle fighters in boxing because boxing, I mean, muscles are the worst.
Crafty, thank you for the two piece. So, what do you think Ennis is about to do next?
I don't know. I think I said you got to think at the bit. You got to look at the. I think Eddie was genuine about what he said. I know you think he was playing and acting. I think Eddie gullible enough to be genuine about what he was saying. I think Eddie was really deal excited about what he just saw, and so he could sell it to Turkey Al Sheik. I'm sure he talked to Turkey Al Sheik or whatever else. So I think that I don't know if he gonna take it or not. I don't know, but I told y'all I think the next thing is Turkey Al Sheik gonna offer him Bakram Maritalia and for Riyadh season in February. That's what I think.
You think he beats him? You think Boots beats him?
We didn't see Bakram in there with anybody, but we didn't see Bakram in there with anybody. You know what? No, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a good fight because something I do know is when you break his punches up with power, he gonna respect you. He gonna respect you, and he gonna do less. And then he gonna be in a whole nother hometown. So I don't know. I don't that is a 50-50. I don't know about that one. I have to look at that one. I have to watch Bakram again. All I remember is how he beat up Tim Zoo. I never seen him fight nowhere else. I never watched him fight anywhere else. So I never watched Bakram. I didn't study Bakram enough to know. But just off the top of my head, I think the power alone will keep Boots honest. He'll keep Boots respect. Cause like I said, I seen that with my own eyes. Boots definitely can be tamed. He definitely can be tamed to where he don't throw all them punches, where he don't do all that showboat. He can definitely be tamed.
Mm. I never got your reaction on Fundora. He pulled out the fight due to a hand injury. Obviously, Keith Thurman put up a post earlier yesterday talking about, there's some people out there that really don't believe you. Some people were also saying that the interview that I dropped, which was like 2 days that I made 2 days prior to the day that I dropped it, they said that, you know, it seemed like he already knew that it wasn't going to happen because he didn't really want to answer any of my questions and kind of really didn't want to be in the interview per se. I mean, didn't know if you got to check out the interview. What's your thoughts on just that pullout per se? Pause.
I didn't see the whole. You stupid. I didn't see the whole. I didn't see
I
the
was like
whole.
that pullout. Like, what?
Yeah, I didn't see the whole interview. But as far as him saying about I think there's a point here. I think there's a point. I think I've listened to some YouTube creators. I know they be crazy. They be like, y'all be Looney Tunes. But nah, some of them are more crazy than others. Oh yeah, y'all be crazy as hell. Some
Yeah.
of them are crazy. Some of them are crazier than others. But I did hear some that made a lot of sense. And let's look at this. Let's look at this from a realistic. I like to be realistic about everything we're looking at. So they postponed the fight, but they already got another spot for the fight, right?
He said something about
The
possibly
undercard.
January.
No, it's supposed to be on the undercard of Roach fight. Is it Roach Cruz fight?
Who? No, no, no. They had their main. That was a main event for $80.
I know, but I think they're combining. I think they're combining that fight.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
I think they're combining their fight. I don't want to say nothing wrong, but again, people be saying stuff and they be wrong. So I could be going off of something that's wrong. So
That's
I
probably
don't
one of
really
the
have no.
that's probably one of the crazy content creators you're talking about.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So okay,
Or
so
maybe
then
the ticket sales weren't doing good.
exactly, exactly, and that's what it was. That's what it was about. I heard that the ticket sales wasn't doing good. Then I heard, don't know if this is true or not. Then I heard it was put on somebody undercard. If they combine that fight, then that goes directly into the ticket sales not doing good. You get what I'm saying? If they combine it with the undercard. Also, if they
But remember,
already have,
Keith Thurman said he didn't take a fight with Turkey because
I know.
it
Yeah,
wasn't an
yeah, yeah.
undercard. It was
Yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah,
undercard.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this though. If damn, I lost my whole motherfucker. Okay, if they already have a date, if they already have a date, right? If they already have a date for the postponement, it's bullshit.
mm,
If they already have a date for
mhm.
the postponement, it's bullshit.
You think
Because
it was the ticket sales was shitty?
yes, if they already have a date, it's bullshit. If they don't have a date and there's further notice, then okay, we can possibly believe it. If they already have a date and they said January, that's bullshit. Because you don't know if it's hand, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what it is. You feel what I'm saying? You don't do that. You don't do that based on that. You know what I mean? You don't make them kind of mistakes. So no, you especially don't put a large show together, a pay-per-view event. Nah, it's
In that
bullshit. So
interview, in that interview, he was, Fundora was saying, that you know, Keith talks a lot of shit. He's like he's looking for the big money fights. I asked him if Xander unification is a big fight. He said no. Xander, no. I mean, I don't know. You said you didn't check out the interview, right?
I didn't see the whole thing. I just heard when he was talking about his hand. I heard him talk about a doctor's note. Did he say shows up? Keith
Yeah.
Thurman funny. Keith Thurman
Keith,
funny.
yeah,
I
Keith,
like
like,
it.
yeah, we need to see
He's
that
funny.
note, dog.